Hello and happy Monday. We're so excited to be starting off your Monday evening. I'm Kylie McCoy.
And I'm Gabe Evans. You're watching NewsWatch Ole Miss. Well, it's a great Monday, Kylie. You know why? Because we beat Georgia.
Yes, we did. It's a great day to be an Ole Miss fan, and we have great footage from the weekend later on in the show.
And make sure to stick around for some exciting events happening on the Ole Miss campus. You don't want to miss it. In breaking news, Oxford police made an arrest last weekend involving child pornography charges. 23-year-old Chasten Bernard Bowers, who previously worked at the Mexican restaurant Uno Mas, was arrested on child pornography charges.
This arrest comes after police got a tip in October and proceeded with several search warrants. Bauer was then found on Anderson Road where police took him in. He is being charged with producing, sending, receiving, and distributing child pornography. As of current, he is released on bond. Well, Gabe, after all that rain this past weekend, we are so excited to finally see some sunshine on this Oxford campus.
Most definitely. It's nice not to be drenched walking to class.
Most definitely. But let's check in with weather anchor Sneha Viru for our weather update. Sneha?
Thanks, y'all. It's currently 72 degrees outside, and it's starting to get a little bit chilly, which is the perfect way to start off this great week after the amazing weekend that we just had. And I'll be back with more weather news. Back to y'all at the desk.
The United States presidential election was watched by millions from across the nation and around the world. Among these watchers were many Ole Miss students.
NewsWatch reporter Gariana Williams has more on how 3 university organizations gathered with anticipation for the results.
Watching with passion. With the election being held last Tuesday, November 5th, the NAACP, the Black Student Union, and the Ole Miss Alphas hosted a watch party for the election at the Bernard Observatory. The NAACP has been helping students when it comes to voting since the beginning of the semester.
So tonight, the University of Mississippi's NAACP chapter is hosting our election watch party for the presidential candidates, and we're excitedly awaiting the results of tonight's presidential election. We do quite a bit around campus. Throughout this whole entire election season, we've hosted an array of voter registration events, registered over 110 voters with our campus community partners, the voting ambassadors, and we're really excited about the results.
Many of the students couldn't wait to come to the event to learn more about the election.
I wanted to come to the watch party because I wanted to learn more about the election, and it was a good opportunity to do that. And I'm really happy with the turnout because a lot of people showed up, so I'm guessing that a lot of people wanted to learn more about the election also.
I really enjoyed having the freedom to vote today. It's really a privilege. I came to the NAACP and BSU watch party because free food for one, and for two, I am hoping to enjoy just seeing the election turn out with a bunch of members from the NAACP and BSU. So yes.
Here at the Bernard Observatory, I'm Gariana Williams, NewsWatch reporter, Ole Miss.
On a more exciting note, Ole Miss Idol will be taking place this Thursday, November 14th at 7 p.m. in the Student Union Ballroom. Although auditions have already passed, you still have the chance to see other Rebs in the spotlight.
Ole Miss students will be showcasing their talents, and there will be one lucky winner who will receive $500 towards their Bursar account. To RSVP for the event or to receive further information, you can go to the forum website. Tomorrow afternoon, the William McGee Center will be hosting the Fall Bounty Market Tour at the Oxford Community Market. The Oxford Community Market is a nonprofit based here in Oxford that is focused on addressing local food disparities and providing fresh resources to members of the community. During the tour, people will have the opportunity to meet local farmers, sample local food items, observe cooking demos, and participate in other fun activities. The tour will be from 3 to 5 p.m.
The presence of God is growing stronger on our Ole Miss campus, and Xavier Edwards is helping make that change.
That's right. Edwards hosts Bible studies in the Lucky Day Residential College. Here is reporter Tyra Walton to tell us more.
Edwards, an 18-year-old freshman from Batesville, Mississippi, has been a minister for over a year. Recently, he started a Bible study at Lucky Day Residential College to help students grow in their faith.
Any students that are interested in starting a club would come to me, and then they would come to our Lucky Day RC cabinet meetings, which happen every Sunday from 4:30 to 5. And then they would explain to the cabinet what the purpose of their club is, what they hope to achieve, what materials they would need for their club, when they would meet, things like that. and then the cabinet votes on whether to institute them as a club.
The first night we went over the evidence for the authenticity of the Bible and God's existence. We're starting out in Mark, and we're going through different books in the Bible and trying to establish who the person of Jesus was and the evidence for him truly being who he claimed he was. I wanted to start a Bible study on campus because I read a statistic that said that 75% of Christians who come to college actually lose their faith, and about 40% of those eventually gain it back. And what those 40% said is that they really didn't know why they believed what they believed in the first place, and that's why they left their faith. So the goal of this Bible study is to show people who the true person of Jesus was and the evidence for him truly being the way, the truth, and the life like he claimed in John 14:6.
Positive thing is bringing a community of people together, and yeah, it's very positive.
Xavier Passion started with looking into the evidence for Christ.
I got invited to go to this church camp, and I eventually went, and I enjoyed it, and I actually had an encounter with God when I was there, and that changed my life. So after leaving, I did the research on my own because I didn't want to waste my life following something if it weren't true. So I've spent years studying the Bible and the case for God and the case for Christ ultimately, and I've settled on it being true. So with me being a minister, I hope to be able to do that for students here on campus as well.
From Lucky Day Residential College, I'm Tara Walton for NewsWatch Ole Miss.
The university's annual Adopt a Basket is in full swing. This initiative provides meals to UM employees and their families for the Thanksgiving holiday.
In previous years, over 200 baskets were provided to families in the LOU community, and 300 baskets are anticipated for this year.
In order to meet the goals for the project, the Associated Student Body is taking both food and monetary donations from around campus.
Donations begin on November 1st and will continue until the 19th. All donations can be dropped off daily in Student Union Suite J301 from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
I hope you like to dance because the UM Latin American Student Organization is having a party for you at the Lyric this Friday. You can learn to salsa or just have a good time. Admission tickets are $15 for ages 18 and up, but there will be an additional $5 charge for underage students. Doors open at 9 p.m. and everyone is welcome. Coming up on NewsWatch Ole Miss, you had an exciting ribbon cutting for the newest building on campus.
After that, we'll have your national news update. Stay tuned after the break.
Sometimes in life, in order to move forward, it helps to look back.
To learn from the pioneers and trailblazers.
To gain inspiration from those who came before us.
To show us what it means to act with empathy and to show that love has no labels.
Join WWE and Love Has No Labels throughout the year in celebrating people from all communities and heritages.
Because when love has no labels,
that's a love we can all fight for.
Hurricane Helene, devastating impacts on the southeast. Now it's time to help the people and communities who need it most. To make a one-time financial gift to the American Red Cross, scan the QR code on the screen. Make sure to select I want to support Hurricane Helene and enter how much you'd like to donate. Or go to redcross.org/donate. Together, we will make a difference for those recovering in hard-hit communities.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Our new and innovative technology center, known as the Jim and Thomas Duff Center for Science and Technology, held its ribbon-cutting ceremony last week. News reporter Caitlin Salas got a chance to attend the event and speak with architect behind the astonishing building. Let's take a look.
Such a great night celebrating the new Technology Innovation Center, the Jim and Thomas Duff Center. Located across from the Walk of Champions, this building took 3 years to build, and science classes have been being taken here since the beginning of this fall semester. This is the largest academic project in the university's history, being an $175 million renovation. The building is 202,000 square feet and is planned to be here for generations and years to come. Chancellor Boyce explains how it will affect STEM education here at the University of Mississippi now and in the future.
An opportunity to elevate our excellence even further and reinforce our leadership in the sciences. We saw the potential for an innovative approach to STEM education to improve how we prepare the next generation of leaders. We envisioned a space where collaboration would lead to discovery and innovation would flourish. That vision planted the seeds for the remarkable place you see in front of you today.
This building also includes new and improved chemical engineering classes and setups, medicine, computer technology, robotics, and interactive learning classrooms. It even contains a grab-and-go food option called Quick Eats if students are hungry and need a bite before or after class that is self-serving. We had the privilege to speak with Chad Hunter, the university architect, and this is what he had to say about the project and the new building.
The ribbon cutting today and this evening is really the sort of the end event to about 12 years of working on this science building project for myself. I've been here at the university for about 18 years, and 12 years of those 18 years I've worked on this project. I did the very first project budget for a science building quite some years ago. So this ribbon cutting here tonight is sort of the achievement of all achievements, to be able to have worked on such a large project, such a significant project for the university, but also for the state of Mississippi.
We also had the pleasure to hear from the two men behind the name of this new innovation space, Jim and Thomas Duff. They talk about how they're very proud to be involved in this renovation and are also happy everyone else is too.
So we love Ole Miss, and we are so proud and honored to be a part of this.
We are very grateful to be here tonight, and especially to have each of you with us. You know, our father told us that being in business was really a means for doing good things, and tonight is a good thing. We are grateful, we're humble to be able to participate in this, and we are so glad that you're here.
Tonight celebrating such an amazing brand new technology and innovation, the Jim and Thomas Duff Center. Make sure to keep updated with all the news around campus and in Oxford here live at 5. At the Jim and Thomas Duff Center, I'm Caitlin Salas and you're watching NewsWatch Ole Miss.
Thank you, Caitlin. Today, millions of Americans are paying tribute to those who have and are currently serving in our armed forces. Earlier today in Arlington, Virginia, Vice President Joe Biden participated in a Veterans Day ceremony along with a plaque unveiling at the Grubworth Mansion. Also in attendance was Vice President Kamala Harris. This was her first public appearance since her concession to the 2024 election last week. And with the 2024 presidential election complete, President-elect Donald Trump isn't wasting any time and is already naming some of his members of the cabinet. Late last week, President Trump announced that Susie Wiles will be his chief of staff and is soon expected to name Stephen Miller as his deputy chief of staff. Although Miller has not yet been publicly named with this position, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance appeared to confirm this expectation with a reaction to a post made by CNN on X. NewsWatch will be right back after the break.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/team up.
Hey y'all, welcome to the weather today. Currently, it is a nice 72 degrees outside with clear and fair skies, which is a nice break from last week, which was filled with rain. And we can see across the board that we are experiencing these nice temperatures as everywhere is around the 70s, which is the perfect fall weather to start off our week. And as we go to tonight, we can see that the weather is getting a little bit colder, as it's going to be around 48 degrees. So if you have a late class or you're planning to go out tonight, make sure to bundle up in some warm clothing before you do that to prepare for the cold weather. But fortunately, tomorrow, it'll be back to being a nice weather that we can all enjoy, with partly cloudy skies and winds that are reaching near 10 miles per hour, meaning that we'll experience the great fall weather that we're experiencing now, but make sure to also wear warm clothing to prepare for tomorrow. And we can see across the board tomorrow, for the weather, it's going to be similar to how it was today, just a slight bit colder, as South Haven, Holly Springs, and Corinth are going to be in the 60s instead of the 70s. But it's still the perfect fall weather that we can all enjoy. But we can see later this week that Tuesday is going to be bright skies with a high of 70 degrees. And Wednesday, we're going to go back to the weather that we have next week with storms and rain pouring. And then finally, Thursday, we can see that it's going to be cloudy a little bit, but with those temperatures still being 64 degrees. With Friday going to be back to clear skies with 64 degrees again, and it's going to be sunny. And then finally, Saturday, we're going to go back to seeing some more clouds, but still some nice temperatures at 67 degrees.
All right, sounds really good. Not looking forward to that rain, but we had rain this past weekend, but looking forward to the sun. Rain didn't have much of an impact on our game against Georgia this weekend.
Absolutely not at all, but I'm excited that it's getting pretty cold because I finally got a chance to make my hot chocolate, so that's really great.
Well, it may be cold in Oxford, but coming up we'll talk about how the Revs are hot as multiple teams secured big wins this weekend. Check back in after the break to hear why it's a great week to be a Rebel.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Gonna be a hot one out there for move-in weekend, Ole Miss. Good luck this year, Red.
You did it. You're home. I can't wait for you to discover the true meaning of Hotty Toddy. It's a cheer that connects us all to the red and blue. It's the moment that begins when you step on campus and continues long after you turn your tassel. I can't wait for you to discover your legacy and make the world a better place. Are you ready? Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back. I'm Erica Durkee with Sports Watch. Ole Miss came into this weekend as the underdogs, but ended their game on Saturday over the Dogs in an electric win with huge playoff implications. In Georgia's first loss to a team that wasn't Alabama since 2020, Caden Davis, Prince Leamon Miele, and Jared Ivey each notched SEC Weekly Awards, and Ole Miss fans were so excited they stormed the field twice. Sports anchor Haley Hood was there to catch this exciting action. Ole Miss men's basketball took on unranked Grambling State, who put up quite a fight and thanks to a 57 shooting percentage and a considerable lead at half. But some second half perseverance and a double-double from Jamin Brakefield propelled the Rebs to an exciting win. Sports reporter Caitlin Salas was there to see how the Rebels managed to stay on top. Let's take a look. The Rebs are playing a throwback game tomorrow night against South Alabama in the Tad Pad, so be sure to get there early as fans are eager to see them back in action. And that's all I've got for sports. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for Sports Watch and Friday at 5 for Rebel Watch. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for that sports update, Erica. Coming up, we have more about what you need to be looking at in the sky tonight.
That and more after the break.
And just like that, she starts to grin. A special flame's been lit within. The spark of something new begins. There's something in the water. On her own, she's in the zone. Determination can't be thrown. Resilience building in her bones. There's something in the water. With her gator on and her waders on, she can tackle anything till dawn. There must be something in the water. On and off the boat she glides. The sky's the limit. She's soaring high. She's a force of nature on the rise. There's something in the water.
Just try one. If you don't like it, it's easy to give up.
Uh-oh, nicotine. I'd better move fast. Up and away!
Go on, kid, go on.
Superman, is it hard to give up smoking or is it easy like nicotine says?
You no good windbag, nicotine.
No, Superman. Leave me one. Please, I need one. Just...
That's how hard it is. That's why I never say yes to a cigarette.
How to know if you should reach out to a friend? Your friend might be worried, sad,
Grumpy, angry,
stressed, weird, rebellious,
anxious,
antisocial, lonely,
sleeping less,
sleeping more,
eating less, eating more.
Look, there are a lot of things to watch out for, but you know your friend best. So if they're not acting themselves, why not say something? Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org. Awkward.
If you're a fan of night games, then you probably know a thing or two about a good starry night.
That's right, the northern torrid meteor shower is set to peak today through tomorrow night.
The Tara shower that originates from the Echni comet happens every year between September to November and is said to have the optimal brilliance after midnight tonight.
However, if you missed today's show of the comet, more meteorites are set to be visible all the way through December 2nd.
Sorry about those technical difficulties earlier. Let's see how the Rebs beat the Dogs.
This Saturday, I had the privilege of being one of the 68,126 fans in attendance at Vaught Hemingway Stadium as the crowd set a new record for the venue. Number 16 Ole Miss football took down number 3 Georgia behind a dominant day from its defense, controlling the Bulldogs offense from start to finish. 7 of Georgia's 10 points came from an early interception, which left the Bulldogs just 21 yards to travel for their first touchdown. From then on, nothing was easy for the SEC's top-ranked team. The Rebels finished with 5 sacks, 5 pass breakups, 4 forced tumbles, and 4 quarterback hurries as they disrupted Carson Beck and the Bulldogs all night. TJ Daugherty led the tackling efforts with 10, and Chris Paul Jr. led closely with 9 and a quarterback hurry. And Jackson Dart came through with a stellar performance when his team needed him most, placing the Rebs firmly in the race for the college football playoffs. Dart led the Rebel offense, scoring 7 of his 10 drives, and finished 13 for 22 with 249 total yards. And Ulysses Bentley IV notched 66 all-purpose yards on 13 carries and 4 catches with 1 rushing touchdown. In special teams unit, Caden Davis was a perfect 5 for 5 in field goals, including a clutch 53-yarder in the rain and a 32-yarder to seal the victory. It is safe to say the Rebs were hot.
Oh my gosh, that game was so awesome. Did any of you rush the field?
No, I did not get a chance to, unfortunately.
I did. It was awesome.
I did too, and I took so many great pictures. It was so much fun.
I mean, opportunity of a lifetime. And now we, knock on wood, we can make the playoffs. Like, we're not out of it. Like, that was amazing.
Most definitely. One of those games, I think they said 1 in 50-something teams that have not beat Georgia other than Alabama, and we did it. So congratulations to Ole Miss football team. Really looking forward to what we have for the rest of the season. I was in the band, so I could not rush the field. We were in the stands with security all around us, so people wouldn't kind of tackle us. But it was a very, very fun night, once-in-a-lifetime thing. But yeah, really glad all of y'all had a lot of fun. Hopefully we can make it further in the playoffs this year. We've got Florida and the Egg Bowl coming up.
Yeah, let's not mess those up.
Right.
At all. Oh my gosh.
But we've got Florida coming up and the Egg Bowl. That's all we have for tonight. Tune in tomorrow. I'm Gabe Evans.
And I'm Kylie McCoy with your latest news.
I'm Erica Durkee with Sports Watch.
And with Storm Watch, I'm Sneha Biyuru.
Be sure to keep up with us on your socials and tune in tomorrow at 5. NewsWatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live and keep it local. Have a good night.